So the rainwater system, we've actually looked at the ecology of rainwater systems, which is part of the treatment train. Rainwater storages have resilience, which we'll talk about, and sustainability. We've used medical DNA testing processes, which is still not used in the water industry. We found over 200 species and over 80 genera of microbial species in the rainwater systems. This is a microflora that is consistent with natural ecologies. It's dominated by core environmental and soil bacteria. This is a resident ecosystem that is harmless to humans. It's also in your mains water system, but it's not reported on. So coliforms and other species associated with fecal contamination are rare and not abundant in rainwater systems. So they're not persistent either. So if, say, there is some sort of fecal contamination in a rainwater harvesting system, it's eliminated by the system relatively quickly. So there's a demonstrated mechanism of competitive exclusion that I talked about before. So the strong bacteria, the environmental bacteria, eliminate the fragile bacteria. Pathogens by definition are fragile. So they're mutations of some other form, and so that's known as competitive exclusion. We've also looked at elements in rainwater systems. There's people elements, so metals, for example. We're giving some very large whole of nation surveys here, not of North America, but we're not sure if these surveys have been done in North America. And we found 88% of rainwater and 93% of mains water samples were compliant with guidelines. There's been a bit of decline in metals such as lead and zinc and other types of contaminations in mains water supplies. So I'm not sure how this compares now. But there's infrequent exceedance of guidelines for lead, iron, nickel and zinc. You can see those percentages are very small. So it shows there's a need to understand what you're doing. So you shouldn't have lead flashing on a rainwater harvesting roof. And we'll talk about that further in the course.